Good morning, students. Welcome back to e-learning class. I am your English teacher Priyanka Srivastav, and today we are going to study chapter number 4, The Throne of Judgment by author Romila Thapar. Students, The Throne of Judgment is an amazing story about the King Bhoj who wanted to sit on the throne of justice and pass judgment without any mistake. In this story, King Bhoj failed to sit on the throne of justice. How he failed and why he is not able to sit on the throne of justice will come to know by reading the story from the textbook. So let's begin with the chapter. Students, in the beginning of your chapter, warm-up story is given about the woodcutter man. So let's read and understand the story. A woodcutter dropped his axe in a river by mistake. He was so unhappy that he sat down beside the river and began to cry. A water fairy heard him crying and felt sorry for him. She brought him a golden axe, saying, "Is this your axe?" "No," said the woodcutter. "It's not mine." The water fairy brought him another axe, a silver one. "That's not my axe," the woodcutter said again. Then the water fairy brought him his own axe. "That one is mine," he said. The water fairy gave the woodcutter all the three axes. The above paragraphs describes that once the woodcutter man lived in a small village. Every day he go to the forest and cut the trees to earn money. One day, while cutting a tree near a river, his axe slipped out from his hand and fell into the river. The river was so deep he could not even think to retrieve it on his own. He had only one axe, which was gone into the river. He became very worried and thinking how he will be able to earn money without axe. He was very sad and prayed to the water goddess. He prayed sincerely, so the water goddess appeared in front of him and asked, "What is the problem, my son?" The woodcutter man explained the problem and requested the goddess to get his axe back. The water goddess put her hand deep into the river and took out a silver axe and asked, "Is this your axe?" The woodcutter looked at the axe and said, "No." So the water goddess put her hand back deep into the water again and showed a golden axe and asked, "Is this your axe?" The woodcutter looked at the axe and said, "No." The water goddess again put her hand back into the water and showed his iron axe and asked, "Is this your axe?" The woodcutter said, "Yes, this is mine." The water goddess was very impressed with his honesty, so she gave him his iron axe and also other two axes as a reward for his honesty. Students, what you have learned from this story? What is the moral of the story? Here, the moral of the story is always be honest, because an honest person is always trustworthy as he always tends to speak the truth. So now let's start the story, The Throne of Judgment. Students, here I am going to read the paragraph from your textbook, page number 31. Many years ago, the city of Ujjain was one of the most well-known cities in India. It was the capital city of King Vikramaditya, who ruled his kingdom wisely. King Vikramaditya was a strong and brave king. He was known for his skill in judging people perfectly. He never made a mistake in judgment or punished the wrong person. After he died, there were many kings who ruled over Ujjain. However, his palace and other buildings slowly became ruins. Shepherds often took their sheep and goats to graze there, but no one remembered or knew anything about King Vikramaditya. Students, here Ujjain is the name of city which is located in Madhya Pradesh, India. Here the meaning of judgment is the ability to make good decision. Palace means a large highly decorated royal house of ancient times. Ruins means the destroyed building which is not useful. Shepherd means a person who take care and move sheep or any other animal from one place to another. Graze means to eat the grass that is growing in a field. In the above given paragraph, the writer describes that a long time ago there lived a king in Ujjain whose name was King Vikramaditya. He was a strong and a brave king. He was well known for his skill in judging people perfectly. After his death, his beautiful palace and the city of marble fell into ruins. Many shepherds come with their sheep and goats to graze there. Students, turn the next page of your textbook, page number 32. One day, a shepherd boy was sitting on a mound in a field. Two of his friends were fighting with each other. He called out them, "Don't fight. Tell me what your quarrel is about, and I will help you settle it." The two boys stopped fighting and went to him. He listened to their complaints and solved their problems. Both boys were happy with the solution. From that day on, the boys always went to him for help. The shepherd boy sat on the same mound and never made a mistake. Soon, people from other villages and towns got to know about the wise shepherd boy. They started bringing their problems to him and went away satisfied. After some time, King Bhoj heard about the boy. He told his courtiers, "The shepherd boy sits on the mound and solves problems. I think King Vikramaditya's throne must be buried under that mound. That is why the boy does not make any mistakes." The next day, King Bhoj sent his men to dig up the mound. They dug the ground and discovered the treasure. The beautiful marble throne, 32 stone angels with their wings spread out carried the throne on their shoulders. Here, the meaning of mound means a large group of earth or sandstones. Quarrel means angry arguments. Courtiers means a group of person who attends royal court as an advisor or companion. Buried means to put in the ground and covered with earth. Treasure means something valuable. Here, the above given paragraphs describes that one day the shepherd boy was sitting on the mount in a field. There he saw two boys were fighting with each other. Shepherd boy called them out and asked why they are fighting. The shepherd boy listened their complaints and solved their problems. Both the boys were happy with the shepherd's decision. After that, people from other villages and towns go to shepherd boy to solve their problems to him and went away satisfied. After some time, there lived a king named Bhoj who lived close to the ruined city. The king heard about the boy's justice and said maybe the boy is sitting on the mount where the king Vikramaditya's throne must be buried, and that is why the boy does not make any mistakes. The next day, the king sent his men to dig away the mound on which the boy was doing justice. After digging the land, the courtiers found a lots of treasure and a beautiful throne with 32 stone angels in it. The workmen dug it up carefully and carried the throne to the king's palace. Students, now move on to the next page, page number 33. The workmen dug it up carefully and carried it to the king's palace. King Bhoj was happy and excited. What a beautiful throne! I shall sit on it, pass judgment, and never make a mistake, he thought happily. King Bhoj fasted and prayed for 3 days. On the 4th day, he was ready to sit on the throne. When he touched it, one of the stone angels came alive and said, "O king, stop. Do you think you are worthy to sit on King Vikramaditya's throne of judgment? Have you never wanted to rule over other kingdoms?" King Bhoj thought for a while and answered sadly, "No, I am not worthy. Fast and pray for another 3 days, then," said the angels and flew away. 90 days passed like this until only one angel was left. The king thought this angel would allow him to sit on the throne. But the angel asked him, "O king, is your heart pure like the heart of the shepherd boy who sat on the mount? Only if it is, will you be able to worthy to sit on the throne." The king thought for some time and answered truthfully, "No, it is not." The angel heard the king's reply and flew away, carrying the marble throne on his head. Here, the meaning of worthy means deserving. The given paragraph describes that the King Bhoj was so excited to sit on King Vikramaditya's throne of judgment. For that, king fasted and prayed for 3 days to sit on the throne. On the fourth day, when king was ready to sit on the throne, suddenly one stone angel came alive from the throne and said, "O king, stop! Do you think you are worthy to sit on King Vikramaditya's throne of judgment?" King Bhoj answered, "No, I am not worthy." Stone angel told him to fast and pray for another 3 days and flew away. After 90 days passed, king again tried to sit on the throne, and suddenly one stone angel came alive and asked, "O king, is your heart pure like the heart of the shepherd boy who sat on the mount? If yes, then only you will be able to sit on the throne." The king truthfully replied, "No, it is not." The stone angel heard the king's reply and flew away carrying the marble throne on his head. Students, these are the new words of this chapter, and they are: number 1, Ujjain; number 2, Vikramaditya; number 3, kingdom; number 4, judgment; number 5, punished; number 6, palace; number 7, buildings; number 8, ruins; number 9, shepherds; number 10, grace; number 11, mound; number 12, quarrel; number 13, settle; number 14, complaints; number 15, solution; number 16, towns; number 17, satisfied; number 18, courtiers; number 19, throne; number 20, buried; number 21, dug; number 22, discovered; number 23, treasure; number 24, marble; 25, angels; 26, wings; 27, carried; 28, shoulders; 29, workmen; 30, alive; 31, worthy; 32, flew; 33, truthfully; 34, excited; 35, carefully. Students, I hope you have understood the chapter and enjoyed a lot. Thank you. Have a nice day.